Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Resilient with your host, me, Wintertooth100, and this is episode 47, so I want to start off real quick by letting you guys know that today's going to be a slightly different kind of episode. We're going to leave our adventure map for the meantime. I should have reduced my render distance before I came over here. I need to let you guys know ahead of time, right here, right in the very beginning, that since this is episode 47, I mentioned a few episodes ago that on episode 50, I want to do something kind of special for you guys, and so I need suggestions of things you want to see me do or build, or really anything that you would like to see happen on this server. So just let me know down in either the comments below or in the description. You can find a link to my Twitter page. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter, and you can send me suggestions or ideas over there on Twitter. I check that daily. So yeah, let's do that. As for today's episode though, we are headed back to spawn. So, a member of the server, Joe Mama, 1973, has set up a sort of mini game that not only can we play, but we can also participate by adding to this game. So we need to go to spawn, so I'm headed to 00, and once we get there, we'll take a look around and we'll dive into it. Here we are at spawn. Oop! Spike. Spiking bad. Ooh, wow, that was really bad. That was really bad. Hopefully it gets better from here. We are now at spawn. Joe Mama has been busy building this thing. He has incorporated into Minecraft, into our server, a real world thing that you can actually go out and do. And if you want to know more details about how to do it, you have to go to his channel. He tells you all of the ins and outs of it. But it is called geocaching. Essentially, there are hidden things all around the world in both our real world and in the server. So the idea behind it is to get these hints and try to find real world locations where these treasures are hidden. And so that's what we're going to try to do today. Let me look through here real quick and try to figure out exactly what it is so I can explain it a little better. Quick disclaimer, guys, for everyone on the server who is interested in playing this. This video may or may not reveal some of the locations of these boxes, these caches, these geocaches. So if you do not want to know the locations and you are playing on this server, please stop watching. The entire episode is me finding these things and locating them to the best of my ability. So if you don't want to know where any of them are, get out of here. Go. Just get out of here. Go. Alright, I think I got to figure it out now. So we're going to take this book, because there's my head, so this is mine. And in this book it shows Wintertooth's finds. And I believe we have to keep a log of everything that we've located and all that fun stuff. We never want to push the sign button. Inside here is, I'm guessing this is a log of places that I have hidden specifically so it can be referenced. And also, he stocked each of us up with one of these goodie bags. And the player heads have been creatively added because obviously, but the rest of this is so when we want to participate and create our own little hidden things for the other members to find, he's given us the materials so we can just go straight ahead and do it. But we're going to take our book and quill with us, and down here is where you keep the quests, the bounties, the thing that you're looking for. So he set up rows and rows and rows of chests. And you'll notice in these ones over here we have signs. So he's put something, it's D&T, and I'm gonna butcher this, but I think it's something along the lines of like difficulty 1 to find and terrain difficulty also 1 to find, and the higher those numbers are, the more difficult the thing will be to locate. I hope that the coordinates aren't exactly where they're gonna be, because if that's the case, I'm not gonna pay attention to those. But we will keep track of this first one, just so we can see if that happens to be the case. So 18 by minus 24. We're going to grab this first thing. It shows an unknown map. And okay, so there we are. The idea is to take this map and find where these things are. So let's do one in real time real quick. And we're going to come up here and we're going to hope it's nighttime. It's nighttime now. Alright, we slept it off. And we should be able to just click out of here. And we're going to follow it over here. So we've got these maps which are supposed to kind of lead us, and there we go, we found the first one. So right now real quick what I want to do is I want to hit F3 because I want to know, so the 1824 is a general vicinity, so I don't want to look at the coordinates because I think with the maps, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you have a map, your icon's going to show up on the map, and I think that'll be more fun for me personally to do. So I look in here, and so the idea is you get a reward for this. You get to take your player head, and that's kind of a way for somebody who wants to come here and confirm if you really found it. They can check the chests that they hid, and if they see your head's missing, then they can kind of backdoor confirm, okay great, Winter has found it. This is going to be how we on the server get access to our player heads. Now in the future, if I want a Natsume head, I'm going to have to encourage her to play this game, and then she can trade one of her heads for one of my heads maybe. I'm going to take a look at this quill, book and quill, and I believe, yes, we got to write in order the date, how we found this. So I'm going to go ahead and write down Winter Tooth 100, and we found this on, I'm going to write down the way it appears on my computer, which is the 10th month, 7th day of 2018. We're going to write done. Again, never sign it. So now that's another way to show that we've done it. And then additionally, he's put a firework in here. So what we can do is trade something to him. So like, for example, let's take out our ender chest and see what kind of goodies we got. And it's not a trade to him, it's mostly just kind of like a trade to anybody who comes through here. So if we wanted, we could say, let's drop off a turtle egg. I don't imagine too many players have that. So what we do is we get to take the firework rocket, and we're going to leave behind the turtle egg. And so in that way we can kind of make like a weird trading system where you don't know what you're going to get. And yeah, so I'm going to, I believe this book and quill, I gotta write that I found the thing also, so I can keep track of which ones I've done. And then we're gonna go grab the next one, so let's go do that. Okay, so a couple things I just want to point out. I just grabbed the second map, and you can see for sure that my icon is there on the map, so you do know where I am in relation to this. And we also know that all these maps that we, the players, make always point north, so I know that I need to head north because I'm in the southern part of the map. So if I just head north from here, eventually I will make it onto this map. Additionally, I have made a little goodie box and for the trades. So like we just traded a turtle egg for a rocket, and so I've made a goodie box, and I'm not a cheap bear. I have made there's 9 things left. I have come up with 9 really good things to leave behind, so the next person who comes through here and wants to find these, they are going to find themselves some really nice stuff. So I'm going to get to it. Oh, interesting. I wonder if he did something with this map. Apparently not all maps are created equal. We do not appear on this particular map for number 3. We just have the map with the location. I wonder why that is. Well, let's go find it. Oh, and before we get too far, I can tell from the map itself that that is actually hidden right by my place. I recognize the terrain and the custom stuff that I built there. So we're heading back to my place. I'm curious to see if, as we get closer to it, because we're real close, if we'll appear on this map, but I'm starting to think no. Oh, nope, look, we did just appear on the map. Oh, stay in the air. Stay in the air. Okay, so you have to actually be really close to them to appear on the map, but you do indeed appear on the map. So we're going to sleep, and then we're going to go locate this thing. It looks like it's going to be somewhere inside the barn. If I had to guess, I would say that it is indeed inside the barn. So let's go take a look in there real quick and not let any of these guys kill us. Alright, so here we are at the barn, and so we're going to take a look around and see if we can't find it. I imagine it's either inside or it's just outside the barn. Either way, it shouldn't be buried or anything like that. I've placed these chests, so it'd be interesting if he used them. But I'm not seeing nothing. I wonder if it's on the roof. I wonder if that's a thing. Let's try to land on the pathway so we don't break anything. There it is! Ha! That was really good. I like the camouflage work so well. Okay, great. So we gotta keep an eye out for that. The boxes are camouflaged. Alright, so if they're gonna be so spread out that we have to keep flying back and forth here, I'm going to grab the rest of them and keep them in order inside my box so we can tackle them one at a time. So let's go find the next few. Okay, so I'm not sure, but if I had to guess, I would say Joe's probably not hiding these things in weird locations that nobody has been to. So when I see that I'm not on this map, but it's also surrounded by ocean, I'm going to assume it's in our ocean somewhere. Those two islands look vaguely familiar to me, like I think there might have been a buried treasure near that location, so I'm gonna swoop by that location and see if I can't appear on the map. Aha, we've appeared on the map. I thought it kind of looked vaguely familiar. I overshot it a little bit, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna be right here on these islands. I thought that looked familiar with that armor stand island. This is annoying, I'm still in flight mode. Alright, I'm not gonna say exactly where I found it, but there it is, I found it. Good thing we can breathe down here. Gotta be honest, we're on number 5 right now, and I found the location, but I've been running around here for like 10 minutes, and I have yet to figure out where it's hidden. I kind of think maybe it's underground, but I've looked around the surrounding areas, and I can't seem to find an entrance to a cave. Since there's no digging required, then I shouldn't have to dig, but if there's a naturally spawning cave somewhere, like, that might take us to it. So I'm gonna do a bit of a wider search and see if we can't find the entrance to some kind of cave. Well, I thought I had a brilliant idea, but apparently this underground rail doesn't go right under the flag post, so I doubt that this is gonna go to anything, but we're gonna travel the length of it, because maybe there's a detour here somewhere. Ooh, maybe indeed. Oh, well, let's take a quick look and see if this is it. Well, good news and bad news. I found the chest, but I've lost my I've lost my way out. Oh, well, hello there. Ow. I'm gonna light this thing up. Maybe somebody wants this. Yeah. Oh, goody. Ow. Hey. You mess with the bear, you get the claws. Oh, boy. Well, let's see if I can figure out how to get out of here. Well, this is a little embarrassing. I've just found the 5th thing, and apparently I've only picked up 3 heads. So in 2 of the chests, I forgot to pick up my player head. So now I have to go back to the mall and check. Dang it! Okay, so I just found number 6, and I'm looking at the map for number 7, and I'm looking down so you guys don't know exactly where I am, but this is the first map that I don't immediately kind of recognize. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, this could be anywhere. I'm not appearing on the map, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go back to spawn location and get that hint about the location for this, because I just do not recognize this one. Dang, I was really hoping to get them all without needing any hints. This is even harder today because I've been experiencing this lag where you see the particles getting put in front of me? It's because I keep lagging backwards. I've been dealing with this all day, but we got the coordinates because I didn't recognize it. Now that we have the coordinates and I'm flying in that general direction, I'm starting to think it's at right around Joe's place, and now I feel a little silly that I didn't recognize it. I still don't recognize it. It's still a big old jumble of myths, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be near Joe's. All I'm going to say about the 8th one is I recognize the map instantly. So I think this one's going to be pretty easy to find. Oop, and number 9's a no-brainer too. Not going to say too much about number 8 or number 9 because I instantly knew where both of those were. And I'm heading over to 9 right now. So hopefully 9's not terribly difficult because I recognize the map. Alright guys, so 8 and 9 were actually quite easy for me. I've traveled around this map quite a bit, and so I was able to open up the map and just know where they were. In fact, I was able to do that for all of them, except for number 7, I think it was, that I had to actually go reference the coordinates. But once I got there, I knew where it was. it turned out it was at Joe's place, and that's all I'm gonna say about it, because Joe's got a very large place. But it was at Joe's place, and I knew where to go after that. But we're on the 10th and final one. You can tell I got my 9 skulls. I went back and collected the rest, which is why I'm here, so we could pick up that last skull that was missing. And the last one is a quest book. So I wanted to open this for the first time together. I've never opened this. I don't know what it's going to say. RMC 10 surprise. This is a so-called puzzle cache designed to test your knowledge of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Oh, this is going to be easy then. Okay, great. The coordinates to the cache are as follows. Watch, I just tooted my horn and this is going to be difficult. X equals AB2C. Y equals DD89. A, number of spiritual stones player must find in the game. Spiritual stones. Okay, so I'm gonna write these down and not say these on camera. So I know A equals that number. B, number of sages protecting the sacred realm. That one's a little trickier, because do you count the sage of first does Princess Zelda count? And if not, does the dude when you first become adult Link, does he count? Because if not, I'm just going to count the different sigils, which in that case will equal this number. And then 2, so we got that, and C equals number of sage medallions. Oh, okay, so that's what I'm, okay, so number of sages protecting. Okay, so then I go back to, do you count the old man and do you count Princess Zelda? Because that's in the B slot. That's the difference of up to 200 blocks. Oh boy. Okay, so number of sage medallions player collects, so that is actually that number. So this one's actually going to range from, I don't want to say the number, it's a 2-digit range. So it's either that number to that number. Oh boy. Okay, what's the next page? Y equals, oops, did I just push down? I did. DD equals 2-digit number indicating number of ocarina songs player can learn in the game. Ooh, that's good luck. Remember to return this book to headquarters. It's either 2 rows of 8 or 2 rows of 10. So it's either 16 or 20. Dang, that's another. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. Last time I played and beat Ocarina of Time was about 1 year ago, actually. Okay. So let me think about it real quick. I need to really scratch my head on that and try to remember all the songs. Alright, so I've counted all the songs, and the most I can think of are 12. Got the 6 teleporting songs and the 6 songs you get as a child. So I'm going to go based off of that. I'm not going to show the coordinates, but because my one has a range of about 200, and I'm confident in my other one, my Z, all I have to do is stay on Z, which is this way, and follow it. And hopefully we will find it by staying directly on this 1 block path. Ha ha ha, very funny, Joe. You made me so paranoid that I even went on to the Googles to double check that my numbers were correct. And they were. That guy. He's counting the Scarecrow song. That doesn't count. That's not one of the ones you learn. You make up that song. That doesn't count. It changes the math. It throws us off by 100 blocks. It changes the 1 double digit into the next digit up. And here it is. I found it, but you don't learn the Scarecrow song. You make it up, and then the Scarecrow later is like, oh cool, you remembered the song that you made up 7 years ago. Oh Joe, I've been running in circles here for like 45 minutes trying to. I was over there because the actual number of songs you learn takes you over there about 100 blocks. And then I thought, he didn't include the Scarecrow song. He did include the Scarecrow song. All right. Well, I found it. So let's head back to the headquarters fort and return all of the stuff. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. We found all 10 of them. We struggled with a couple of them. Some of them are really hard. Yeah, it was very hard. Good job, Joe. This was fun. I have a little bit of a headache after that Zelda one though. You butt. Alright, that's going to be it for today's episode. I've already said that because I'm tired and I'm all Zelda'd out because of that last little thought process that we had to do. Thank you, Joe, so much for this. I can't wait to get started and hide some of these for you, but it will probably take a couple of days for me to do it. But I have some ideas and I have some questions I'm going to ask you off of out of video. I'll ask you on Discord because I have an idea for one, and hopefully that'll get you guys excited as well because it will be pretty neat. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked, subscribe if you haven't, share with your friends, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one.